Hey guys, Pedro here to do an album review. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about the brand new record from Beast in Black, From Hell with Love, out February 8th on Nuclear Blast. This album has 11 tracks and it's 44 minutes in length. The album overall has a heavy 80s blended influence to it. What I mean by blended is they didn't pick one genre or one style of music from that time period to really influence the sound of this record. What they did was they picked different styles from that time period that fit their songs to perfection. If they wanted to give the song a certain specific vibe, a certain specific style, then they went with a specific sound from that era, not really concentrating on what genre that sound was coming from. I felt listening to this record that I could hear some influences from bands like Fine Young Cannibals, Bronski Beats, Scorpions, New Order, just to mention a few. Having said that, the whole album does have that vibe, but that doesn't mean that every song is connected to the hip, to that style. Some songs have it more, some songs have it less. Overall, you still have a power metal album, you still have a power metal sound. That's the DNA, that's the spinal cord of the band, and that's definitely the spinal cord of this record. You just have some songs that deviate slightly towards other genres. That's all there is to it. Having said that, as you go through this record, as you go from track 1 to track 11, you do get a little bit of a blend. So you do get songs that are perhaps more influenced by that time period, by that sound, and then you get some songs that are that have other influences, if you will, that have a different DNA to it, that are more your typical power metal songs, pedal to the metal, battle hymn style songs. So you do get a little bit of everything on this record. You do get a little bit of different styles, of different sound. Different from their previous record, but that's expected. A band is growing, a band is developing their own DNA, their own sound, their own identity. It's expected that they're going to change a few things, that they want to try different things, that they want to try how their sound will feel like with these other influences in it, because they perhaps feel that those influences allow them to do more with their songs, with their records overall. So I'm perfectly fine with that, and I actually enjoyed how eclectic in terms of the approach the album was, because you didn't really get stuck in a rut where every single song had the same cliches, had the same hooks, had the same keyboard melodies, had the same guitar solos. It was very eclectic from that perspective. They really changed things around. They really created songs that were very unique and that gave the listener something different at every single turn. From that perspective, the album is really well structured, really well put together. There's a couple of things I really want to mention to you guys as far as this record is concerned. I want to talk about Yannis's vocals. I want to talk about the lyrics, the guitars, and the drums. I feel like these four elements really deserve some attention. From Yannis's perspective, his vocal range and his full display on this record. If you guys were impressed with their debut record, you're going to be even more impressed with this record. I really think he really outdone himself. Certain songs were almost designed for his vocal range, designed for him to really expose how good he is as a lead singer, how good he is as a frontman. His voice, his vocal tracks on this album are absolutely incredible. The range in styles and how he adapts, not only to the lyrics of the songs, but how he adapts to the specific style that each song has, is absolutely phenomenal. I really enjoyed it, and that to me was something that I really want to bring forward with this review. From a lyrical perspective, I really like how hooky the choruses were. Song after song, if there's one thing that is a consistency throughout every single song on this record, is how hooky, how catchy the choruses are on these tracks. Impossible for you not to sing along, impossible for you to not connect with them. They're just pure earworms, and that is something that was consistent throughout the whole record. Guitars wise, I really like the melodies that the guitars brought to the forefront. Had a little bit of an old school metal sound to it, specifically in the solos. I really like what they did with the solos. It was really reminiscent of bands like Scorpions and Judas Priest from that 80s time period, and how they incorporated the solos into their tracks. Added a lot of melody, added life, added energy to the song when the song really needed that boost of energy. They did this with this record. Really impressive. I really enjoyed it, and it was really cool to see those dynamics, adding multiple solos onto a single track. Stuff like that really adds life to the songs and really bleeds life into the record. Last but not least, I really want to talk about the drums. The drums on this record really have a wide range of sound, from more the traditional power metal sound to the more electronic, 80s vibe sound where you have that electronic sounding drums. They incorporate a little bit of everything depending on what the track called for, depending on where they were going with each specific song. I like that because it was not one consistent sound throughout the whole record. It really adapted, it really morphed. It was really able to merge well with the tracks and really give the tracks what the tracks needed from a drums perspective in order to give the song that extra tempo, that extra heaviness, that extra boost, or that extra melody, or that extra atmosphere, that sprinkle of 80s atmosphere throughout the track. So I really like what they did from a drum perspective, and I really like how diverse the sound was. As far as songs are concerned, I'm not going to talk about the singles. I really want to talk about songs that haven't been released yet. And these 3 songs that I'm going to mention to you guys, I actually like these 3 more than the singles. These 3 are going to be on heavy rotation as far as I'm concerned, because they just brought something really cool, something really different to the forefront as far as this record is concerned. I'm going to start with Repentless, pure power metal track. And I really like this song, and I like the way it started with Giannis really belting out the word Repentless. It really sets the tone for what the track is going to sound like, for what the track is going to be. It's a really fast-paced track and has a magnificent chorus. They used a little bit of a choir, if you will. They used multiple vocal tracks in that chorus to really give a little bit of a kick, to give that sense, that pure power metal vibe to the chorus. I really like that. I felt that it added a lot of volume. It added a little bit of heaviness, if you will. So that was something really cool that I really enjoyed in the song. The guitar solo is super epic, and it really fits with the fast tempo that the song has. It doesn't slow down the song. It just kind of picks up the momentum that the song has, and it just carries it through with a lot of melody to it. The humming and singing in the middle bridge of the song is also really cool because it kind of leads you into the solo, and it gives the solo an even bigger sense of epicness. It gives the solo a lot more life. It makes the solo feel a lot bigger. So the way they incorporated that humming, singing, I don't know what you want to call it, and that middle bridge there, really leading up to the solo, made the solo even bigger, made the solo even greater. I really like that. This is a really fast-paced power metal song, one of those old-fashioned power metal songs, if you will. And it was a song that immediately, the moment I listened to it, it really caught my attention because of those specific characteristics. Another one that I have to mention to you guys is Oceandeep. I'm going to go on the record right now. I'm going to say this is the best metal ballad of 2019. And perhaps I'll be wrong. Perhaps another band will prove me wrong. But as of right now, this is the best metal ballad of 2019. I absolutely love it. Scorpions, Move Over. You have some competition in the metal ballad ground. This song is absolutely epic. There's no other word I can describe this song besides epic. I love the acoustic guitar sound of the song. It's absolutely beautiful. It's mesmerizing. It matches perfectly with Giannis' vocals. His vocals feel like clouds of cotton candy. They're so smooth, so beautiful, absolutely mesmerizing. When you put his vocal performance on this song with that acoustic guitar, and because that's how the song starts, absolutely incredible. I just love it. You get goosebumps. This is one of those tracks that if people still took lighters to concerts, they would be pulling them out of their pockets and lighting them up to give that really dark ambiance with those cigarette lighters in the audience. Absolutely magnificent track. I really love it. And then the thing that I like about it is that it picks up in heaviness and tempo and momentum. It becomes a little bit heavier. The electric guitars come in. Giannis's voice, his tone changes, gives a little bit of an extra kick to it. I really like that. It really made the song even greater. The second solo is even better than the first solo. What they did was they put a solo during the acoustic side of the song, and then they added a second solo during the more heavier side of the song. That really felt extremely cool because you really incorporated 2 solos and 2 distinct portions of the song that fit those 2 portions perfectly. It added melody, it added a sense of progression to the song. Really worked out well. I really like that idea of incorporating 2 very distinctive solos, very different solos in 2 very distinctive parts of the song. Add to that, the song kind of finishes the same way it starts, with the acoustic melody of the guitar on this stripped down element. Absolutely beautiful. Like I said, best metal ballad of 2019 so far, and perhaps will be the best one of the year. I really love this song. Last but not least, This Is War. This is a pure traditional power metal song, reminding me of bands like Manowar. It really has that battle hymn style to it. From the moment it starts to the moment it finishes, just has that battle hymn style to the song. It's not as fast as Repentless. It's a little bit slower, but what it loses in speed, it picks up in heaviness. It is a heavy song, but it has that Manowar style battle hymn to it that I really like. I really like that style. I really like what they did. I like the fact that they added a couple of vocal tracks on this song to really emphasize the words "This is war." It just added volume, it added layers, it made the song a little bit more of a hymn, if that's even possible, because the song already had all of the characteristics that you need from a metal song to really create a battle hymn. But by adding those vocal tracks there, what you really did was you created a more of a sense of a hymn, of a battle hymn. I really like that. To me, that is a song. There is a key component of this song that really makes the song work. I really also feel that this song is really broken in two parts. It has a middle melody that really divides the song into two parts. The two parts are not distinct. The two parts are actually pretty much feel the same, but it has this extended melody in the middle that really allows you for perhaps to catch your breath a little bit and enjoy how beautiful the melody is before the aggression starts again, before the song gets heavy again, and before things get underway again. It is a pure battle hymn song. It is a song that perhaps played live really will connect with the audience because it has all of those battle hymn characteristics. Really love This Is War. I think it's a really earworm of a song. When those layered tracks are there and they're repeating the chorus, I really feel people will sing along to that because it has those characteristics. Another song that has a really hooky chorus, and that is something that is predominant throughout the whole record. Every song has a hooky chorus. Alright guys, this is Beast in Black from Hell with Love, out February 8th on Nuclear Blast. I absolutely love this album. I really love what they did with the 80s vibe. That's something I really enjoyed. But I also like the fact that they didn't overdo it on every single track. They really created a different track from different track. Every single song is different. Every single song is unique in its own way. And while it has that 180s blanket throughout the record, it's not really predominant on every single track. So it allows for the listener who perhaps doesn't like that style as much to really catch some songs that they will enjoy throughout the rest of the record. Once again, let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. I really want to hear from you guys. What do you think of the band, the album? What's your favorite songs? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.